no value to the majority of people. 99% of the population, 99.98% of the population tomorrow could die, and I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Like, I really wouldn't care.
Well, it's going
Like,
to
if
at
there's
one
like a
point, right? They're going to figure out a way to kill people because they have to. Think of it.
yeah, like
Their idea is to live on Mars, okay? But by that time, by the time that they have a colony on Mars and they have everything built up, it could be years. You know what I mean? So I think their idea is when they figure out that they actually can't live on Mars and they actually can't get an atmosphere and shit like that. That's when they're going to
yeah,
figure out a way to kill a lot of people on Earth because like I said, they have to. You have no choice. We're overpopulated. We're getting worse. The materials and everything on Earth are dwindling. It's just a matter of
yeah.
science and time. That's all it is. You can see the timeline that it's going to go out. And I think there was a scripture written a long time ago in stone by some unknown god or whatever someone said it was. And it was talking about how society needs to be trimmed down to 400,000 people only. And this
It was
thing
the
was written,
Mayans.
yeah, this thing was written a long, long time ago. Of course, on Earth, there was probably only about 400,000 people in general, probably at that time. But, like,
Do you know what's interesting about the Mayans?
what's that?
So the Mayans, and this is what's interesting because that's like Mayan culture and like Mesopotamian culture and all that shit.
Yeah.
That's where like Kayla's background is from, right?
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. So one of the things, and I actually watched like a whole thing on this, is that the Mayans were very, very large on population control. So
Yeah.
they had very finite resources, right? So water was very valuable. Their land, they wanted to leave a very small footprint. Everybody in their society had a job. They all had a purpose. They all had a trade. They all did something, right?
Yep.
They all served a purpose. Nobody was just for themselves and that was it, right? So what the Mayans did is they understood the relevance of time and they understood the relevance of resources and that, time is finite and that, you need to be able to control the things around you or society will just get out of control, right?
Or how they drew a
So the
map of the
Mayans,
solar system that a scientist didn't even find one of those planets until like 50 years ago. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
it's like, how the fuck?
So they were very big on population control. So when people would become elderly or they wouldn't be able to work anymore or anything like that, there was a cultural standard that they knew that they were going to be killed, and they accepted it.
Yeah.
They knew. They're like, I'm unhealthy. I'm a burden on my family. I'm taking up resources. I'm doing everything like that. So they were very large on population control. So they would just kill people en masse.
Yeah.
So they found mass graves all over Mayan plots of land where there would be like the elderly, the sick, people that were born with like degenerative diseases and stuff like that. They would kill them. And people were like, oh, that's barbaric and that's this and that's that. And it wasn't that. It's because they had very finite resources.
Yeah.
Right? Like you said, we're literally on a planet that's dying. Like I said, I'm laughing about it now, but in 30 years, the water line's going to be like another 10 feet. Okay? Beaches are going to start to disappear. So, you know what? In 30, 40 years, beaches aren't going to exist anymore.
Yeah.
Okay? Any beach that's going to be there is going to be man-made. San Francisco is slowly falling into the ocean. And everybody's like, it's not that serious. It's not our problem. It's not our problem. I'm glad that, we'll be fucking dead before this shit gets really fucking bad. Because it's going to get bad. Like, it's going to get super, super fucked up.
The Third World War, it's been, it's been something that's been predicted for a lot of years because it's supposed to be, like, the last war. And I don't mean that as in, like, the last war, like, no one's going to fight again. I mean, there's going to be some shit that happens that's going to ruin the Earth, probably a nuclear bomb. But they said that the Third World War apparently is supposed to last, like, 27 years because of all the technology and everything that we have now. Because it's mostly, like, automated. Like, you could send drones and shit out to do a lot of the work. And they said that the leader, which would be the third Antichrist, would come from the Middle East. So, and this was all said fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years ago. Like Nostradamus, I've actually read some of his stuff, and some of his stuff I'm like, nah, doesn't make sense. Nope, doesn't make sense. And then some of the other
Yeah.
stuff I'm like, wow. I'm like, that is like literally so detailed that even if you were to lie and try to make something up, you wouldn't even get any of those facts right. So
Oh yeah.
I think he had some type of skill set, but he didn't perfect it. And I think some of the stuff is dead on and some of it's not. But I think his Third World War is correct because he was right about Hitler. He actually called him Hister. That was the name that he gave him. So when he said the second Antichrist, which was Hitler, because the first was Napoleon, so when he talked about the second Antichrist, he called him by the name of Hister, and he turns out that his name's Hitler. You know what I mean? Like it's shit like that I'm going, what the fuck? Like this is hundreds and
Well,
hundreds of years ago, and he's like
did you see
one
the
letter
thing
off.
about the? Did you see the thing about the World Trade Center? That two birds would crash
Yeah.
into two giant towers.
One at like 45-degree angle and another one at like amazing detail.
Yeah. Like, is
But
that not super fucked up? You know what's crazy though?
but the government
Okay,
took it
so
down though. That's yeah.
I don't. But here's the thing. Do you believe? So here's what I believe. Right. I believe that you know, ghosts, like in the traditional sense, right? Like people talk about ghosts and like, you know, all that other stuff. Like if you think about it, there's stories, right? There's always been stories. The one thing that has always existed for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years has been spirits, right? Ghosts, people talking about seeing ghosts, people talking about seeing spirits, people talking about their family members seeing them.
The problem
things
is that
moving
there's no
across.
proof after all this time, though, man. And I hate to say it, as much as I'm a believer of aliens too.
Hmm.
There's not after all this time. Well, actually, there's actually more proof for aliens than there is ghosts. But for me, ghosts is
So
very different, though. But I think that people, I think it's the people. I don't think it's what they see. I think it's the emotional state that they get into. Like, you know how they say that we only use a certain part of our brain, and there's so much stuff that we can click into. I think people accidentally click into stuff, and I think they see, like, they almost make it happen, right? They see like their brain is like a projector.
do
But
you? So here's one interesting thing. Okay, so if you ever look at a lot of those stories, and this is what's been popularized in Hollywood, and this is also what's a large portion of ghost stories and stuff like that, and children who talk about seeing ghosts and stuff like that, is if you ever realize there's always a child involved. Okay? There's always children involved in some way or another. Now, when
imagination.
you're a child, you're not told what's real and what's not real. You have no sense of what's make believe. You know, you have no sense of what you're not supposed to see, even if it's right in front of you, right?
Yeah.
So what ends up happening is, as a child, you're a blank slate, right? You're not a believer. You're not a pessimist. You're not anything, right? What are the chances that even if something like that did happen, like you were sitting in front of the console and all of a sudden you saw a shadow out of the corner of your eye, and you're like, okay, I just saw something move along the wall, and you're like, nah. You're like, nah. It's probably just the light from outside, right? That happens to people all the fucking time. People see shit that happens. Like people walk into a room and something will be on the floor, and they'll be like, what the fuck, right? And they're like, yeah, whatever. I must have knocked it off the table.
Yeah.
People do that kind of shit all the fucking time, right? Like people do that kind of shit all the time. It happens all the time. I know in your life that weird shit hasn't happened to you, that you haven't been like, oh, nah, that wasn't that. It was maybe I didn't actually see that, because we're programmed to be like, no, that's crazy, right? Like I'm crazy.
Well,
Like,
I'm
oh, if I say that
realistic. I'm one of those people that watches shows, and I'll sit there even if I like who's speaking, and I have to analyze it. Like I'll never jump to a conclusion without analyzing, because that just makes you feel stupid. So
So you're telling me that you've never walked into a room or maybe walked into a house and just like had the hair on your neck stand up and you're just like, yeah, something's
there's
not right.
logical explanation for at least 90% of shit that happens in life. The 10% is stuff that we don't understand yet. So I
Have you
think
had that happen to you?
no, there's always been logical explanations, always. Because I think
Oh,
like I don't think better than people. I just think from different angles, so I see stuff differently. So you said like the hair moves on the back of your head. Okay, so the first thing I'd be checking would be the vents, the air conditioning, stuff like that, right? What windows
yeah, true,
open?
yeah.
You know, I process of elimination, right?
Yeah.
So and then some of the times it's just plain forgetting. Like I thought I put this here. You know how many times people forget shit? Like
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I
Like,
just think
here,
like
here,
I don't know, man. You got to be out in the universe to see fucking real shit. Like I don't think there's anything on this earth that is surprising anymore. Um, I don't know.
what do you believe about, what do you believe happens to you when you die?
I
Do you
man,
think, like,
that's a tough question
that,
because okay, I'll give you my answer. I think that whatever you're made out of disappears, usually with a light or energy or whatever they want to call it, and
your soul, yeah?
yeah, and you two options. I had to say two options because I believe in both. But one is neither your energy just goes into the next newborn baby that's born because when someone dies, someone is born, which is a big coincidence. So
Hmm.
neither that happens. Or the second
Yeah.
option is that you literally just go to where we were before, which is like you're almost waiting for a spot to get on Earth.
Hmm.
Like you're waiting for your turn almost.
Yeah.
So either
So you're,
way, I believe the first one more than the second one though. I believe that your energy just gets placed into another to a baby with a fresh start, blank
yeah,
slate.
that's what I believe too. I believe that the human experience is a matter of energy, right? So if you look at it, people have they resonate, right? Like this interesting thing where some people can walk into a room and a radio will start to go all weird, or they'll touch electronics and maybe it'll flicker, it'll turn off, right? The human body is actually carries enough kinetic energy to actually power a light bulb,
Yeah,
right? So everybody has resonates energy, and I think that the places that you go, the people that you touch, it's all a resonation of energy, right? Like if you look at it in the same kind of wavelength as electricity, when there's a conversion of energy, it creates a positive field and things can flow evenly, right? If you look at it in a disruptive way, negative energy coming in can disrupt you, right? So
yeah,
it creates positive and negative wavelengths that send things all over the place. It's the whole theory behind chaos theory, right? That you can have steady water, and then all of a sudden you can introduce a negative into that, and it creates a storm,
yeah,
right? So life is just about boundless amounts of energy. Each person has energy, and you're just inside of a body, and that's what you exist. And I understand like the physical form, like we're all just blood and arteries and a heart and muscle tissue and bones and everything like that. But I do not think that the human experience is just as simple as physical presence, right?
yeah,
There's many times, and I believe this for a certifiable fact, if somebody dies violently, somebody has a violent life, that is a very negative energy. And me, for one, do I believe that, like a fucking ghost can come in your house and stack your furniture on top of each other? No. That's fucking bullshit. Okay? Like, can a ghost fucking go inside my body and do some weird shit? No. Do I think that somebody's energy can flow around and fuck my shit up? Yeah, of course. 100%. I believe that there's such things as negative presence, and then there's things as positive presence. Why do you think some people, they can just walk into a room and you just feel comforted, right? You feel calmed,
maybe
you
that's
feel
why you got bad
comforted.
internet. Someone that died's like fuck you, and he's just fucking
Somebody's some guy, some ghost is downstairs just fucking pulling the cable up. It's like, this is karma, bitch.
yeah.
You know what I mean? No, but it's interesting though. Like, have you ever been around somebody that just you feel very comfortable? Like you feel like very comforted just in that person's presence. You don't know why, but there's just something about that person that makes you feel very comforted, right? But then you can have somebody else who walks in the room and their energy, their negative energy, you can feel it. Like they put you on edge. There's just something about them that puts you on edge. Like you're immediately on guard, right? It's like when somebody walks into a room, like you and Kayla could be out doing something, and there's just somebody who walks into the room, and you're like immediately, you can feel them there. Like your attention immediately is like, okay, I have to watch this person, right? That that is what I consider instinct. And I did this experiment with Kate actually. So this is what's interesting. So next time you go out, just stare at somebody. So say you're just at the bar, just stare at the back of somebody's head. Just continuously keep staring at the back of their head. Okay, it could be from across the room. You could be 40 feet away from that person. Just stare at the back of their head. Interestingly enough, and most of the time this experiment works, that person will turn around and look directly at you.
Yeah.
They're in a room, you're in a room with 80 other people, okay? You're staring at the back of that person's head. There is 80 other people in that room. What are the statistical chances that that person is going to turn around and look you dead in the face? What are the chances of that? What is that? What part of the human condition and human instinct is that?
Do you want me to tell you?
You know, what do you think that is?
Oh, I've been at enough bars to realize that it's actually how people are at a bar, man. People go to a bar to socialize. I've done that shit tons of times, but I haven't been like staring. But I'll just look over. And people at bars, a lot of the time, if they're sitting at the bar,
Yeah.
there's about 100% chance that they're by themselves. And what they do is they'll have like a sip of their beer and they'll just look around and then they'll stay back with their beer and be on their phone and then they'll just turn back and just look at random tables. Like I see that shit all the time, and I think it's just because they're neither lonely because that's why they're at the bar, or the fact that they just want to see if they can maybe enter a conversation or see if there's someone that they know there, or they may have heard a word that maybe they thought was a different word and they turned around to maybe see who the person that said it is. It could
Have
be.
you ever had that happen?
Well, I say
Like,
a lot of shit. Oh, you mean?
No, but have you ever just been staring at somebody and then they turn around and they look right at you?
I don't know.
You know what I
'Cause
mean?
I haven't like been doing it in a way where I'm purposely doing it, looking for that response. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like I've had tons of people turn around. You know what I mean? But it doesn't. I like I said, since I didn't purposely know what I was doing to try to get that response,
Right.
I don't think anything of it, and I don't have that in my
You
memory.
weren't looking. Right, you weren't looking for that type of response. But what's interesting, right, is what that actually goes back to is that goes back to when we were first starting off as a species. There was predators and there was prey, right? So human beings at our base form are animals, right? So we kill to survive, but back then there was much more of a predatory atmosphere, right? So animals, wild animals, have honed instincts, right? They know when there's predators around. They know when somebody is close to them. This is why animals have sharpened instincts like sense of smell, sense of hearing, stuff like that, right? Their predatory senses are heightened constantly, right?
Yeah.
Human beings, our senses are touch.
Yeah, the five senses. Yeah.
We smell, we see, we touch things. We're like, ooh, this is soft, right? Okay, we're not animals anymore. Okay, this isn't. We're not worried about some guy popping out of the bushes and smashing us over the head with a rock. Okay, but originally, we used to be animals. We got hunted. There was shit that used to hunt us constantly.
Yeah,
right?
dinosaurs.
So our senses were different. Human beings. Our sense of smell used to be 10 times more heightened than it is now.
I would just like to know. I would like to know the truth about the history, though, because when we grew up, they taught us that dinosaurs were the only things on Earth at the time. Well, that's horseshit. There was humans around when dinosaurs were. They never said that. They only like found that out like 10 years ago. They found a footprint beside a dinosaur print that are the same age. So yeah, now they're like, oh yeah, now there was people back then and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, that's a pretty big fucking like difference, you know.
You know what I find interesting? Okay, so like with aliens and stuff like that, right? I find that very, very interesting. So human beings, you know, we think that we're the top of the pyramid, right? In our little culture, in our little society, on our tiny little blue planet, we think that we are the superior being, right? We're at the top of the food chain. We can walk, talk, we can kick, we can punch, we can hunt, we can kill each other, we can do whatever we want, right? We consider ourselves to be the apex predator.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about the matter of the universe is space in and of itself is infinite, right? It is infinitely huge. The human mind would take millions of years to even be able to understand how large the actual universe is. And what's interesting about that is that the Earth is one small planet in one known solar system, okay? So there's a circular system, there's a bunch of planets, there's Saturn, there's Pluto, there's Mars, there's Jupiter, there's Uranus, there's whatever, right? That is just one cluster of planets in one known galaxy.
Yeah, it's
okay?
one solar
That we
system,
can,
yeah.
Exactly, that we can see and that we know of. Okay, now, for us to believe that we're one planet in one known solar system in one known galaxy, okay? We don't know how many other galaxies there are with how many other millions of planets there are. And what people are trying to tell me is that you're going to tell me that we are the only planet that has developed life. You really want me to believe, to be so fucking naive to the fact that out of the millions of planets in an infinitely large space and in vacuum, that we are the only single planet that has developed life. It's impossible.
Yeah.
That is one of the most ridiculous fucking things I've ever heard in my entire life. Human beings cannot quantify what is out there. It's impossible. We have our tiny little existence, our maybe 80, 90 years on this planet, and then we fucking die, okay? There is no way that you're going to tell me with a straight face that I am the most superior thing in the entire fucking universe.
Yeah.
We know of one universe. That's it. We know of one. We know of one. If
Well, no,
space
they know where shit is. They just, like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? They know where there's planets with water. They know where there's planets with, like, trees and shit. They just, you know, some of it's too far. Other times they need to discover it first. They need to actually, you know, fly a probe over and see what its atmosphere is. And, like, they already have their ideas. Like, I just read an article on how they said there's at least 36 civilizations out in the universe. At least. Because of the fact of it takes a billion years to start, you know, a race. So a lot of those planets have been there for 1 billion, 2 billion years, stuff like that. And the sun lasts 5 billion years or something like that. A star lasts or whatever. And I think what's cool about it is obviously. So there was this one abduction story. Like, I don't like abduction stories, but it was on one of my alien shows. And
Right.
I hate listening to it because I find it so fake, to be honest with you. And the one was the only one I never thought it was fake one bit. So it was a girl that said she was abducted, like a lady, and then she says that she remembers that when she was in there, she was asking questions and she was getting answers, but her answers were like being drawn onto like a board. They weren't like being spoken to her. So when she came back and they interviewed her, she was like, well, do you remember any of the questions that you asked them? And she's like, yeah, I do actually. She goes, I asked them where they're from. And they're like, what'd they tell you? And she says they wrote down a diagram. And they're like, can you write that out for us? And she's like, yeah, to be honest, it's like ingrained in my mind. So she wrote it out, and it was a star system. And in that star system was a planet. And I forget what it's fucking called. You could easily Google it or watch the video on YouTube. But so she drew it out, and the scientists at the time were like, nah, sorry. Like, you obviously have your information wrong. You didn't get abducted. There's no such thing as this star system anywhere. By God, 20 years later, they find that star system. The exact star system with the exact planet sitting in the exact area where she wrote it down 20 years earlier. So,
Yeah.
to me, that is hard for me to sit there and be like, she's bullshitting. She's a regular person. For her to discover something 20 years before scientists with like millions of dollar machines to do, it makes me believe that something happened. She was maybe abducted by a different species or something like that. Because how
Hmm.
the fuck can you guess that? You
Yeah,
cannot
yeah.
guess that.
So you actually mentioned something interesting. So you mentioned the dates of planets, right? So do you know what the youngest planet with the youngest civilization is, or the youngest known civilization is? It's very simple. Human beings. So human beings are very, very young.
Yeah,
We are
everything
a
else should be
very
advanced
young. Yes,
or
human
dead.
beings are very. No, yeah, human beings are very young. We haven't been on this planet for very long, especially civilized human beings. 300 years ago, we were still, you know, literally smashing each other over the head with rocks. Okay,
Yeah.
human beings are very, very under-evolved, and you actually touched on another subject, the capability of the human brain. They know that human beings only use about 2% of their brain capacity. Okay, there's more neurons in the human brain than there is stars in
Yeah.
the in our known solar system. Okay, those neurons are all pathways. They're pathways to somewhere. They're just not active, right? So it's like a map with hundreds of millions of roads,
We
but
haven't
there's
figured
only
out
traffic.
the science to start it all up. I think that's the key.
Yeah,
I think whatever
yeah. So there's,
civilization is ahead of us, they figured out a way to jumpstart all that.
you know what's interesting though? They say that as human beings, as we grow older, we tap into more and more of that potential. So as human beings continue on the planet, our technological advances and our the people in our society that are considered the 1% of the people who have the intellect and the ability to engineer new things and come up with new things, these people are being born generation by generation, and our technical leaps and abilities are getting farther and farther. 100 years ago, we didn't even have cars, we didn't have tires, we didn't have rubber, we didn't have textiles, we didn't have fucking light bulbs, we had nothing, okay? Now, our generation, we come up with the internet, right? So digital communication, sending things through the wires, perfect. Well, everything evolves with time, right? Things get old, things fall apart. It's a constant evolution. So what people do need to realize is that your time is all essentially just a personal experience, right?
Yeah.
Life will continue to evolve past you no matter what you do. You could be the greatest mind of your time. A child could be born that will do infinitely more in their lifetime than you ever achieved.
Yeah.
And that will continue to keep happening. So what's happening as people grow and as society gets older, minds are becoming more sophisticated. They're becoming more intellectual, and we're literally just leveling up,
Well, that's
right?
why they say aliens are us from the future because as time goes on, our heads will get bigger, our bodies will be a little bit smaller. So they said that that's why that theory is somewhat plausible still. The fact that they're
Yeah.
us from the future, like I mean future, like maybe 500 to 1,000 years future. Um,
Yeah, like look, so we were monkeys,
yeah,
right? Like you said, it's true. We were monkeys. We literally a couple thousand years ago were furry creatures that walked around on our knuckles. That's why we have knuckles. We
yeah,
have knuckles that you can callus over because we used to walk on our fucking hands, okay? Thousands of years later, now we're these tall, upright creatures with, a straight physical structure and, strong upper bodies and strong backs made for carrying. And I 100% agree with you. Human beings in the way that we look now, if human life is to continue for another 1,000 years, are you really going to truly tell me with a straight face that human beings and the way that humans look 1,000 years from now is going to be like what me and you look like?
that's why
Impossible.
that's why they say there's so many like for obviously the certain people that get abducted or whatever. They say that there's
Hmm.
different like there's what 7 to 9 types of alien species, right? Of course, it goes by like the reptilians, stuff like that. But there was only the one story that caught my attention. It was a long time ago in Tulsa, in the middle of the desert, and I guess there was what they called a war above ground. And this was back then when there was no planes and shit, okay? So whatever was happening in the sky was not us. I don't care what it was, but it wasn't us. And they said that they were rescued by what they called the ant people. And I'm going, okay, let's hear more of this story. And apparently there was this underground facility that was built by these ant people that they took in 200,000 of the people that were on top of the ground to save them. They took them, and it still exists. When you go underground there, it is one of the biggest fucking underground places I've ever seen in my life. It can fit 200,000 people. They all have somewhere to sleep. They had like an area to pray and everything. They had ventilation shafts everywhere. They had clean water supply that was coming in from the top of the ground. Like, it was fucking mind-boggling what they did down there. And they called them the ant people. I don't know if they called them that because they built an underground place and that's kind of what ants do. So they gave them a nickname,
Yeah.
right?
So,
So, but they
so
also said they looked different though. That's what threw me off. I was on the decision of, okay, they called them that because they know how to bury underground. But they said they looked very different, and then that's what comes to like the other species. Different because they said there was a war above ground, just like the Aztecs said they used to see wars on Mars. They would see explosions. They would see like someone was battling on the planet, like fighting over it. So
yeah.
I think there's
Well,
tons of species out there.
of course. So if you look like human beings, right? We live on the surface, right? We're surface dwellers. Human beings need light, we need sunlight, we need air, we need water, right? So human beings, or the human species, are surface dwellers. Now, if you live on a planet where the surface of the planet is harsh, there's God knows, like me and you we couldn't live in the water, right? We can't.
Yeah.
Me and you can't live in the ocean. We would get eaten by something. Something would fucking kill us. It would poison us. Who knows? Okay, we're surface dwellers. Human beings need to live on land, and they need to live above ground. We need air. We need everything like that. And I 100% agree with you. Okay, so if you have a civilization of people, whatever, they're not hominoids. They're not actual like humans, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they don't live on the surface, right? It's deadly, it's poisonous, the air is toxic, whatever. They would live underground. Now you're telling me that the development of those people or those whatever they would be, you grew up in darkness, right? You grew up in darkness, there's no sunlight, the air is a completely different way. Who knows if it's actually even air,
Yeah.
right? Your development of your body is going to be completely different. You're going to look completely different than us. If me and you grew up underground and human beings were underground dwelling people, do you think me and you would look the way that we look?
Yeah, I know.
Fuck no. Fuck no. Human beings who we've never seen the sun. We've never seen the sun before, ever. We would all be super pale. Our body would be completely different. The soles of our feet would be completely different. The way that our body is evolved would be completely different. So we have to crawl everywhere, right? We're crawling on rocks. We're digging through tunnels. We're doing whatever it is. We have to scavenge through the ground for food. Our hands would be fucking huge. More than likely, our feet would be double the size that they are. You would evolve completely different,
Yeah.
right? So this is like what I've said. Human beings are we're a speck. We're not even a speck on the face of the universe, right? So whenever somebody tells me they're like, "Ooh, little green men with ray guns," I'm like, no. I'm like, no. You maybe you need to higher your IQ or you need to have a further understanding of how things work. But for you to believe that there is nothing else out there, absolutely nothing, then you either just don't have the capacity for thought, or you just don't understand because you just don't care, right? Like you've said, if I was to draw you a map of a solar system that doesn't exist with planets, right, with the proper alignment of the planets at certain coordinates, facing in certain directions and everything like that, right? And I was to draw that, and 60 years after I draw that, they find that exact cluster of planets, in that exact galaxy, in that formation of planets, right? What would you say to that? How could you deny that?
Well,
What
what
would
I'm
you just
mind
write it
boggled
off?
about is why they're not searching that fucking spot that lady said that's where they're from. Maybe they are secretly, but like, or they already have, and they have like a truce with them. Like, we'll make deals with you. We'll give you human beings to test on. Just don't come to our planet. I don't know, but like, I think if someone said that, who wouldn't want to be like, okay, we just found that star system that some lady said that she saw in an abduction 20 years ago, and we found it exactly. Like, wouldn't you just want to be like, let's go check that shit out? Let's go fly a probe over there. Like, oh man, like the astronauts have the craziest stories, and why wouldn't they? Like, they're fucking out there, but they have secret codes, and you can hear them in the videos. Why else would they be sitting there saying we have a Santa Claus? It's like you're not saying that word just because it's Christmas time, which it wasn't. They're literally using code words for shit that is just unexplainable. So Santa Claus, apparently from an astronaut that spilled the beans on the safe words, meant extraterrestrial, something different flying, something that's not us that's flying in space. So that's when she looked out the window and she's like, "Yeah, we have a Santa Claus." And then it's like, "Oh, okay." But yeah, some of these astronauts say funny shit, and then some are like, we hear sounds on different on like the dark side of the moon and stuff like that. Like we hear like what we think is music. It's like a weird sound. And to be honest with you, no one's been to the dark side of the fucking moon. I think China was planning to land just on the edge of the dark side of the moon, where it's like the light and the dark side, just to kind of see, because it's a lot colder. The coldest place on Earth is actually on the dark side of the moon, believe it or not. Not on Earth, universe. And as stupid as that sounds, because you think the furthest away from the sun, like Pluto and shit like that, for some reason, that dark side of the moon, because the moon doesn't rotate, that's why it's like that. It's hollow inside.
Right.
The fact that it's hollowed out is even weirder. Like a fucking moon that doesn't spin, that's hollowed out, it's neither a fucking satellite dish for the aliens, or it's the concept of you got to go there and look at that dark side. Because whatever species there is used to being in the dark. They're used to, being in like underground bullshit. And I think that's exactly where they are. I think Mars or the moon is where someone is right now. And they're underground.
But here's the thing though. Do you think that human beings would have the ability to accept that?
A human being wouldn't believe in aliens if it knocked on the door and kicked them in the nuts. Human beings they can't believe that stuff. It's so much of a gimmick at this point. Aliens, like, it would take people a full week to really realize that it was real.
They would need to see an alien walking around, like an alien at the grocery store. You know what I mean? And that means if somebody didn't grab a gun and kill it. You know what I mean? They were like, "Oh my God, it's a fucking alien! Shoot it!"
Yeah.
Right? Fucking shoot it right now. Send a tank over there and fucking try and blow it up. Like, that would be the immediate thing. If an alien, or like if unidentified life was to ever land on this planet, if you don't think that every single nation on Earth would be like, okay, we need to mobilize troops now, and they wouldn't see that as an invasion, oh, come on. Come on, man. We shoot fucking strange animals for coming onto our property. We're like, oh, hey, there's a deer on my property. Let me just shoot it. What the fuck do you think would happen if an alien was to show up and be like, hey, what's up, guys?
You know what, though? Nobody's afraid of deer.
Yeah, no, I agree.
You know what?
With you there.
If I saw an alien, my first thing wouldn't be like to go out and try to shoot it. My thing would be like, is he gonna fucking read my mind? Does he have friends up in the sky watching? Does he have, you know what I mean? Like.
But that's the thing. It's fear-inducing, and you understand better than most people what fear is capable of driving people to do. We fucking kill each other. We murder each other. We do everything like that. Here's my thing, and this is what freaks me out. Is if there is life out there on this planet and they are more evolved than us and they don't know about us as much as we don't know about them, do we really want to go to their door and start knocking? Do you really want to go to an advanced species, to an advanced race that you have no idea if they're good, if they're bad, if they're intellectual, if they're whatever? Do you really want to go to their front lawn and start knocking on their front door? Yeah. And additionally, this is another thing that I found interesting, okay? So in the history of this planet, there was one comet that came down and wiped out the dinosaurs, right? It was the Ice Age. It killed off everything on the planet, so the planet could start anew. And what was interesting to me is that the dinosaurs were on this planet for millions of years. They were the apex species, right? They lived, they killed, they hunted, they did whatever. They were considered the apex species. All of a sudden, one cataclysmic event happens, and evolution starts over. All of a sudden, human beings show up. Okay? We become the apex predator. We hunt, we kill, we breed, we have children, we create, we evolve, right? Now, what's always been interesting to me is they look at the moon and they look at all the craters and everything like that on the moon and they go, oh, those are meteorites that are striking the moon. What's interesting to me actually is that the moon actually acts as a barrier or a shield for planet Earth. So basically you could have stars, not stars, you could have gigantic fucking meteors hurling towards the planet. And all of a sudden, for some reason, there's a bulletproof vest directly in front of the planet. Okay? The moon is perfectly aligned with our planet that in general, in our entire storied history, nothing cataclysmic has ever happened on this planet. Because whatever it ends up happening, the meteor strikes the face of the moon. Because the moon is so large, it literally just acts as a bulletproof vest. It just catches whatever is thrown at our planet. Right?
Well, yeah, that's our plan B. We actually really have to thank Jupiter. Jupiter is actually the planet that we have to think. It's the biggest planet, and the gravitational pull is so huge that it pulls in every asteroid from millions of miles. And they said that if it wasn't for that gravitational pull, we would have been extinct a long, long time ago. The moon wouldn't be able to. The moon is actually supposedly created from a planet that actually ran into Earth, and that's the piece of the other planet that is stuck in our gravitational pull. And that's why it's hollow and blah, 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 but it just could be a lie because they're using it for like a secret government base or something. But
okay, that's super interesting, right? So basically scientists are saying that if it wasn't for that, the planet would be completely wiped out and that everything would happen. Okay, so what happened with the dinosaurs then?
Well, that's easy though. It's because there's always one meteor that happens every so much time that is just out of the range. So let's just say every 3 million years there's going to be a meteor that's going to hit a planet. Because everything in that lane gets sucked in by all the planets before it even gets to us. But then there's one that will always float around the sides and then come in. So that's why they say, oh, this meteor is going to come close this year, because there's some meteors that come close to our planet every year on the same time, the exact same date, and it gets a tiny bit closer, but it always passes Earth. There's ones that just don't, and I think the dinosaurs, it was their time. Like you said, they were there for millions of years, so every meteor was saved, and that was the one that got through. Now, all the dinosaurs didn't die. You know, there's tons of dinosaurs still left. Alligators,
reptiles, yeah. Snakes, yeah.
Spiders. Wow, that's an insect, but still.
Cold-blooded. Look at a frog. Frogs literally freeze solid in the summertime. In the winter. They actually freeze solid in the ice during the winter period, and then in the summer when it thaws, they come back to life.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Or they just come back like everything's normal, right? So what I found super interesting, and I guess this is kind of the point that I was trying to make, is the theory of evolution has existed far beyond what we understand. Now, we can date our planet, we know how old our planet is, everything like that. I honestly think that human beings will not be around forever, that our time is finite, that we will eventually come up on our time on this planet, and human beings, another cataclysmic event will happen where, who knows, it could be animals that take over next. We don't know. It could be fucking dogs and cats.
I think it's a stage 2 of evolution. Think of it. When it hit the dinosaurs couldn't do anything about it. They couldn't even detect when it was going to come. They literally just looked up in the sky and saw this big fucking ball coming down, not even knowing. They probably didn't even take a second look. They probably just looked back down to the ground. But for us, as a civilization, we not only could we detect it from far away, we have ways to stop it. We have ways to blow it up. We have ways to hide underground. We have ways to... I think no matter what natural disaster happens, I think this society is still going to push on. I think there's too much defense to be able to die from just an asteroid nowadays. Dinosaurs, there's no medics. There's no places to hide. There's no medicine, nothing. But we have all of that
Mm.
plus more, and there's shelters all around the world. Like I
Do you
think
think you've seen the 100, right?
the 100, yeah, I
So
watch
we're
that show all the time.
yeah. So the surface, right? How the rain becomes toxic and
Yeah.
the atmosphere becomes unbreathable. I honestly think that the next thing that's going to end up happening is the surface of the planet is going to become uninhabitable. So if we don't, okay, I'm cool. I'm on board with the idea of us shuttling ourselves to another planet and then us just fucking populating the next planet. Okay, cool, perfect, whatever. But what if that doesn't happen? The only thing that could possibly end up happening, like you said, if a cataclysmic event happens, they can't save everybody, right? So portions of the planet become uninhabitable,
They're
right?
just going to let out a
Now,
virus that kills a lot of people. That's all they're going to do, and they're going to blame it on another country.
so that's one way to look at it. Yes. So there's population control. So there's a government aspect where they release something like AIDS or something into the population
Or the
to try and
coronavirus.
wipe people. Yeah, or to try and wipe people out. Yeah. Or I mean, honestly, I think the next possible thing is that human beings are going to have to adapt to learn to live underground. That's honestly what I think. I think eventually something is going to happen with the ocean level or with the sea level that the ability to live on the surface is going to become extremely difficult, and people are going to have to adapt to the ability to live underground.
Well, that's
The
that's
plan.
why I think a war is going to happen before any type of natural disaster. I think a war is going to
Uh,
happen. Nuclear bombs are going to go off, and it's going to force us to live underground. I think that's what's
oh,
going to end up
yeah, I
happening.
agree. I think you're right. I think that the worst case scenario is what's going to end up happening is there's going to have to be population control,
And I still do think
right?
it's the Middle East. I think there's still someone even though like King Jong Un died and things and
Hmm.
Osama bin Laden apparently is dead and stuff like that. I think that there's really not anybody in the Middle East to be afraid of. But it also said that it's someone that comes out of nowhere from the Middle East. So for me, it's like probably someone that we don't even know yet, and he's just gonna come
Oh
out
yeah, of
and
course.
he's gonna be like a Tupac type person where he's just like rallying all the Middle East. You know what I mean? And the
Yeah,
Middle
like the
East is probably
second
gonna
this.
be like, we've lost our whole life against every other country. Fuck it, we're throwing bombs. We
Oh
know
yeah.
that we've been losing our whole life against every battle, and we're probably going to lose this one. But you know what? We're going to make the first shot, and they're going to release all the nuclear bombs they have. They're going to get wiped out in no time, but they're going to cause the world to go down. I think.
Well, that's actually what's interesting. So like what a jihad is considered, right?
Yeah.
So a jihad is in and of itself considered what they call a holy war, right? So they think in the way that it's taught. I mean, obviously not in the formal teachings, because not all Muslims are evil terrorist people, right?
Yeah.
But there are sects of Muslims who believe in jihad, who believe in the holy war and going to war against sinners and cleansing the earth of people who sin and doing stuff like that. And you know what's interesting, right? What's interesting to me. So it took the United States, Britain, Canada, all of its allies to defeat the Axis, right?
Yeah.
Which essentially at the time was just Germany, Italy. I can't remember. I
Europe's
mean, I don't
huge
know
though.
exactly who. But
Germany.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. So it was just Italy and Germany and stuff like that, right? And millions of people died.
Yeah.
Millions and millions of fucking people died. Okay, people are like, oh, we'll never have another Hitler. Okay, well, that's what they said the first time. Do you think anybody was ever thinking that somebody like, what's fucking crazy about Hitler? Did you know that Hitler was on the cover of Time magazine?
Yeah.
He was on the cover of fucking Time magazine. The guy who was a fucking masochistic, Jew-hating, mass-murdering psychopath was on the fucking cover of Time magazine.
He was
Okay?
actually also obsessed about aliens too. Like I mean, obsessed. He would
And the
spend
occult.
Yeah, he would spend
And the
a
occult.
lot of money to send his troops to different countries for supposedly crashed alien ships and that. And that's why he was trying to build that hovering saucer. He was trying to
Hmm.
build that before everything went down with him, and he thought he
So,
had the technology for it too.
so you're right. Eventually, I think that society is going to break down, and a bunch of people are going to have their fingers on buttons.
Yeah.
And it's going to get to a point, and I'm hoping it doesn't happen in our lifetime.
It will, I think, man. I think
Um,
it will. It's come close a few
I
times.
don't
It
know.
came close, what, last year with fucking Kim Jong Un? Man,
Oh
that
yeah,
guy could have hit that button at any time. That guy is
they were
nutcase.
yeah. Oh yeah, man. It was the fucking. It was like the Cuban Missile Crisis all over again.
Yeah.
Fucking Trump and this fucking guy having a back and forth on fucking Twitter. Like, who the fuck knew? Like, there was gonna be fucking
Twitter.
mass destruction and another world war because of a fucking war of words. Like, the guy said, tell that. What did he say to
Tell
Trump?
that rocket man
Tell
that I that I got I
Yeah,
got a button on my desk too, but it works.
yeah. He was like, no. He said that we will cleanse that fucktard with fire.
Oh, I got you.
Like that's what Kim Jong Un said to Donald Trump. He's like, we'll cleanse you with fire. And fucking Trump was like, what the fuck did you just say to me? He's like, did you really just threaten me? And it really was, man. It was scary. Like, it was scary. Like, I don't think people truly understand how close it was.
Yeah.
How close it was to to being like a full-on fucking mobilization of fucking troops. Because the second that fucking U.S. troops landed in that country, it would have been war. It would have been on.
And it was during the same time
Fucking-
that Trump was launching missiles to Iran and shit.
That's Syria.
Yeah, Syria,
Iran and
yeah.
Syria, yeah. And part of the reason why that whole dust storm kicked off is because North Korea, the Russians, and Syria and Afghanistan. So basically, anybody who hates the West, they're like the Axis, right? So there's the Allies, which is like North America, Britain, Canada, like the people who basically tolerate the United States, right?
Yeah.
So the United States is that braggart friend that goes to the bar and starts fights with everybody, and you're kind of just like, hey, it's okay, whatever. And then he started firing fucking missiles at Syria and everything, and Russia's like, okay, you need to cut that shit out.
Yeah.
Right? And then Trump's like, oh, fuck you, blah, 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 blah. And then North Korea's like, no, you really need to fucking stop that shit. Right? So basically it was like bordering interests sitting, just waiting for each other.
Yeah.
And the fucked up thing is, man, is that me and you are still young enough that we would get deployed.
Well,
like-
I wouldn't. You would. You think they're gonna deploy a fucking disabled person in the war that can't run?
Oh, dude, you no.
Put me in
you
a
still
tank.
have to do your
Put me in a tank.
You'd have to do your duty, man. You honestly would. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in a fucking communications fucking hut in the middle of the desert looking at a radar screen.
Give me a fucking mole
watching
control
a-
for a drone, then we'll talk business.
There you go. You know what I mean? Like, when I was considering joining the fucking Canadian Forces back when I was like 18 or 19. And I talked to my mom about it. We went to the Mandarin and I talked to her about it and all this other shit. And my mom talked me out of it. She's like, why are you going to go to fucking Afghanistan or the Middle East to work in a factory that's going to fucking have people shooting missiles at it? You know what I mean? Working at a munitions depot or whatever the fuck it was. It was something ridiculous. It was like manual labor. Like, because I didn't have any formal education or anything like that.
And you gotta worry about
basically just a grunt.
the country like releasing its own like chemical weapons, trying to like experiment and shit, right?
Oh yeah, man. Like, fuck.
That's
Like
brute.
me, you, fucking Riser, East, everybody, man. We would be having real Call of Duty. We
Well,
would
that's what I
be in
mean.
the
Like,
middle of
you know the guys that like control the fucking drones that like kill people and bomb buildings. Imagine they play this
Oh,
game
yeah.
and they get a helo. They're like, yeah, this is different. Just
Well, have
fucking
you ever seen the Marines? You ever seen the Marines when they watch like Call of Duty?
yeah,
Like, they watch like Call of Duty videos and they're like, this is ridiculous.
yeah.
They're like that guy's moving, he's not getting into cover, he's not lifting his gun up, he's not checking his blind spots. They're like, these guys are like actual fucking Marines, right?
Yeah.
Like Navy SEALs, TAC ops, like fucking these guys have done some shit that you can only see in movies, right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
they're just watching people play video games and they're like, this is so fucking absurd. They're like, this is so ridiculous. Funny to watch, man. It's I don't know. I don't know about you, man, but I don't want to get shot in the middle of the fucking desert. I really don't. You know. I just don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in the middle of the desert sweating my fucking balls off getting shot at. Fuck that shit.
Ah, damn it! I wanted shoot house. Fuck. Actually, this map's good too. They can't see my shield until they turn the corner of the hallway, and then so.
All right then.
Sucks. I want to use my gold knife, but I don't need it anymore.
So you got your gold knife? Oh,
Yeah.
Send me a picture. I want to see what it looks like.
All right.
Does it look cool at least?
Yeah, it does actually. I'm fucking way better than all these fucking pro streamers. They're like still trying to get Damascus on shit. Like not Damascus, Obsidian. Fucking. I got all my fucking camos faster than some of their like pro streamers. It's like fucking put your time in. You're getting paid millions of dollars, man. I'm getting paid fucking 0 cents, and I'm putting more time in.
We've taken control.
I'm gonna go shield butt that guy. He deserves it. Whoa! Whoa! That's 2 teammates that shot at me now!
Kill confirmed.
There he is.
He's got a laser beam right there.
I know. So you tell people, I'm going to shield fuck you.
Where's he hiding?
I don't know. Oh, they're out here. Molotov!
Oh, I found him. What the fuck just... Whoa, okay. That was a huge fucking line.
Stun grenade!
UAV online. Friendly precision airstrike on the way.
And I was on a rip last night.
Kill confirmed.
In every game.
Oh, they're in the bathroom. There's 2. Oh. They focus on me so much. It's like 3 people trying to fire at my shield.
What did I not kill him?
He's on your left. Watch it. What?
What is happening? Ours is on fire. Alright, so that's fucking enemy. Ah, move!
Enemy overhead.
I got him, dude.
Calling in fire.
Oh, did he leave the game already?
Ew.
Blaze. Alright, time to put EOD on. Alright. Well,
Did he raise or did he get disconnected?
I don't know. Probably got kicked out, I think.
Fucking everywhere.
Kill confirmed. Enemy at the office. Kill confirmed. Stand out! Kill confirmed.
Man, these people do not like getting hit with a shield. I'll tell you that.
Enemy sentry gun active. Friendly UAV online. We're halfway there. Keep fighting. Enemy at the warehouse. Personal radar probe standing by. confirmed.
Fuck!
Ready for task.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Wow, it took like 10 shield hits to kill that fucking minigun.
Really?
Kill confirmed.
This is Falcon 3-0. Falcon 3-0 on route. Personal radar coverage. UAV is out of fuel. Returning to resupply. Target is acquired.
Coward.
Enemy at the shipping area.
Falcon 3-0. First.
Kill confirmed.
He tried to jump over my shield. That's funny.
That'd be cool.
Kill confirmed. Enemy at the hazmat building. Friendly VTOL jet on station. Keep fighting, we've got this. Kill confirmed. Personal radar drone standing by.
Lucky.
Personal radar coverage.
Enemy at the warehouse.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. How did that fucking bag just
Personal radar destroyed. Enemy counter UAV online. Enemy at the warehouse. Kill confirmed. Enemy cruise missile incoming.
Whatever. Bullets go right through my shield, eh?
Friendly UAV online.
Okay, just got spawn killed hard.
Oh man, that was funny.
Our bomb. Miller.
Can't believe I was doing better in most of them with just a shield. Just
The
Huh?
snake fights or whatever the fuck they're called.
yeah, it's for people with no skill, I was told, just so that they can kill better. Oh, I think he wanted to play. I think he got an invite for Warzone. I think that's why.
Warzone, you say?
Let's
Yeah,
see
I
what-
want to play some multiplayer. Warzone's more of like an evening thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what? I was just gonna say, I'm like, if it doesn't give us shipment or whatever, we can do Warzone. But look what it just gave us. Shipment. Yeah.
How many throwing knives can you get? Like in your
If you use the
class
perk,
stuff?
you can have 2.
I just want to run around knifing people. Be like, it must feel so satisfying when you fucking throw the knife and kill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I get the feeling that Blaze hates multiplayer. I don't think he's a big fan of multiplayer.
Tossing a stun.
Kill confirmed.
Yo, we're on the same side.
Ooh! Fucking quad kill.
Nice.
Right, baby. Yeah. Fuck daddy. Oh, dude, I'm on your team! Pendejo? Yeah. I love this.
Don't be RPGing. Don't be testing me. All right, you want to play? We'll play. Yep, welcome to the jungle, bitch.
Welcome to the jungle!
Well, you want to do RPGs? Talk to RPGs. I'm just better at it.
I was reloading my shotgun. My shot fizzled.
I should be using my shield kills on this map though, but that's fine. I'm gonna do a little RPG.
Dude, use the shotgun.
Woo!
Friendly care package
Boom.
inbound.
Just got the triple.
Kill confirmed.
I was reloading, goddammit.
Kill confirmed.
I'm way better at the
Blown up by
RPG. There's no,
random names.
I think he's.
Ready for it.
Nobody can
Cruise
fuck with
missile
you?
away.
I'm just faster at it. I have to be, right? Like it's fucking Obsidian. Pretty good. Just to get that, you got to be good at it.
Oh, dude. I just had like fucking 8 kills in a row with the shotgun.
Nice.
Take flight. Got this. Friendly UAV overhead. Kill confirmed.
Fuck my pump. God damn it, you're fighting in the corner.
UAV overhead. Allied cluster strike inbound. Kill confirmed.
Oh man, I hope my fucking like 8 kills straight is the
Well,
last kill.
that's what happens when someone wants to use an RPG. I step in and tell them how to really use it.
Oh, this fucking guy? What is this? Dude, I got like fucking 7 kills straight, and this is the last kill cam?
I know. They all sucked anyway. I was playing with my feet. That was such a great opportunity to get my shield kills, and I was like, can't do it. Fuck.
Do 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 do. Why didn't you get your why didn't you get your shield kills?
Because I switched to the RPG.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a different class.
Yeah. Who won the RPG war?
Oh, that was definitely me. I got a few triples, a bunch of doubles.
20.
Oh, Piccadilly. Ugh.
I know.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't like it either for my shield.
Nah, I'm just not a fan of fucking Piccadilly. It's not exactly on the top of my list.
Yeah.
When it comes to... How does that guy get the last fucking kill cam? That's such bullshit.
I know.
I ran and was literally like, bam, bam, dead, bam, bam, dead, bam, dead, bam, dead. And this guy's fucking sliding through the smoke with his shotgun. Gets 2 fucking kills and he gets the kill cam?
Yeah.
What a load of horse shit.
Yeah, I want this shield gold because it probably looks cool. Oh, here, I'll show you the gold knife. Hold on. Let's see. Does it even show it? Oh, my guy? Or, let's see.
I think you gotta like set it as your favorite or whatever. Oh no, all I see is your shield.
Yeah, I see how it's hidden now. Alright. Alright, I'll just take a picture quickly.
You know what I like about fucking Rainbow Six? Where you could pull the shield out and it had the light on the front of it so it would like blind people.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you were walking with it. That's what they should have done in this. You pulled the shield out and like you can turn the light on and like use it for like 10 seconds or whatever and it would blind your enemies.
Yeah.
I wish, because you can see the lights on the shield, right? So you should be able to turn them on, like to blind people, but you can't do it.
Let's see.
Like you could walk into a room and you could like click it and it'll flash just like a stun grenade does.
Yeah.
And it'll blind everybody in the room and then you could run and fucking hit them with it.
That was pretty cool, actually. Alright, change it back to my gun. What gun was I using? Oh, the Renetti. Alright. Guard one. Oh, I have a legendary version of it. I'll use that. Alright, see what map it gives us.
Oh, that's cool. I like that actually. The gold blade, then with like the black hilt, that's fucking cool. Yeah, I like that.
I think the shield probably looks better. It's probably like all gold or something. It's already started.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Oh, this guy in our team's got a shield too.
No prisoners.
Hey, oh, double shield, double shield! Ah, we double shielded
Kill
him.
confirmed.
Okay, you're gonna hide up there? Dude, I'm just gonna run around with the shotgun.
Okay, watch it. There's a guy with a shield on the other team. FYI. Guy with the shield's right here. He's on me. He's on me. He's on me. Da, 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 da.
Friendly
I
UAV
should have thrown my
overhead.
Molotov at him. Oh, that's why I got double time on instead of VOD. Ah.
Yeah, the shotgun is not the right gun.
Guy with the shield's on the other side of this.
Here I come. He was in the center. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. He's dead.
Now. Oh,
Is he in
he's
there?
got a shield and a. He's dead. He has a shield and a shotgun. Gotcha.
Alright, so he's going for his shotgun kills then. Oh! Oh, double shield! Bop bop!
Coming up behind you.
Fuck. He's in the window, he's in the window.
Oh, fuck, man. I didn't even see the guy in the window. God damn it. I was on a roll. Or a brawl, as they call it.
Oh, I just stunned him. Oh! I stunned him, I climbed up the ladder, and then butted him. I like how people kill themselves when they see me. They're like, the only way to get out of this is to kill both of us.
Just to kill both of us? Yeah, I've been stuck in that position before, actually.
What? How was that a teammate? There was no fucking name. I spawned, and there was no name above him. So I shield butted him, and it said it was a teammate.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird.
Everybody's on that roof.
Got a personal radar drone ready. Kill confirmed.
Oh, here I come.
En route for personal. Kill confirmed.
Oh, yeah.
Enemies halfway there. Step it up. Kill confirmed.
Oh, he's right here. Guy with the shield. Guy with the shield. He's inside the carpet store with me. We're circling each other. I think we're figuring out there's no use to do this shit.
This is Jaguar 3-0. Recalling to base.
He's in here with me. Someone get him from behind. He's... Ooh. Someone get him from behind. Yo, he's right there. Yo, your teammate, man. He just ran right through the room with us two in here. How the fuck did you not see us? I won't lie to you, that's actually probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen a teammate do. He runs to the room, sees two guys with a shield trying to fight each other, and just keeps running like a little fucking pussy. Like, why play this game if you're just gonna be a coward about shit? This is Call of Duty, it's not fucking Tetris Lego. Oh, and I just killed the guy with the shield by accident. My bad, bro.
What's up, bro? Cover me while I get my care package, bro.
Friendly care package inbound. On the first deck.
Come on, people. Come on. Ah, whatever. Cruise missile.
Allied cruise missile away. Kill confirmed.
We're all hiding.
I know, and they're using smoke and shit too.
They're all in that center building. There's a guy with a shotgun out there.
Kill
I
confirmed.
didn't do that.
Where the fuck are they? Did they all
I think they're
quit?
downstairs.
Oh, a bunch of them left. Okay, well that's me.
Watch out, he's in here somewhere, I think. Yeah.
I got him.
Less
Go,
than a
dude,
minute.
go!
We're winning this fight. Hold
Get
it
these
back.
tags.
Radar drone ready.
Wow, that guy
Kill
raged.
confirmed.
I haven't heard someone rage like that in a while.
Copy. Jaguar 3-0 en route
go.
for personal radar coverage.
You guy with the shield again. Guy with the shield again. He's in here with me.
In that center room?
Yeah, center room. Center room.
Alright.
We've lost the lead.
Got him.
There's too many guys.
Time's up.
Got him. Got his friend.
We've got a UAV on station. Kill confirmed.
Got killed by a teammate. It happens.
Enemy
Come on,
UAV
buddy, you scared the
overhead.
fuck out of me.
UAV
I know,
entering
eh?
the AO.
Oh yeah, beat him with that shield.
This is
Every single
Jaguar
time I kill the
3-0.
guy with the
Personal
shield, he
radar
calls
is
me a
bingo
fag.
fuel. Recalling
No.
station.
Come on, man. Don't be so mean.
But I guess I
That was
didn't.
a fight.
That was
Solid
funny.
work.
That was you hitting people with the shield.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude.
Yeah. How am
I
I?
didn't see it. That was funny.
I went 15 and 5. Nice.
Fuck you guys.
You suck.
You're so mad.
I know. One of them was the shield guy too. One of those 4 people was the one carrying the shield.
Yeah, I know. Every single time I killed him, he called me a fag.
I know.
He was like, that fag's right there. And I was like, uh-huh. Oh, God. It feels so good to just own people. You know what I mean?
I know. Want to give Warzone a game or two? I gotta eat soon.
Yes, sir.
All right. Oh, wait. Let's take a quick hit before we start. Oh, yesterday I was I had a few games with East, and they were pretty good games. A 9-kill game, an 8-kill game. I was literally just running through people, and we started off a game at the hospital, and I landed on the where the helicopter is, and I opened up the box, and a shield popped out. So right away, I'm doing my shield
It's
shit,
fate.
and I'm going, wait a sec. I'm like, I just landed. I'm like, everybody has a fucking handgun right now with no explosives. So I see 2 guys that just land, like they fly over where I am. I jump down to the bottom of the
Yeah.
hospital. Bang, bang. Guy's on the ground. I hide behind the bush. His buddy's trying to pick him up. I go behind him. Team wipe.
That's funny.
Yeah, the shield's awesome. And then there was another part where I used it for like offensively. So I was like, hey, East. I'm like, fire at this guy. Because once I held the shield down, the guy was firing out my shield with his whatever stupid gun that he just picked up. So he was focusing on me, and then East just aimed over my shoulder and shot him. So it could be a good tactic. Because people don't think you have a shield, right? And then once you pull it out, they still fire at you, and they're making themselves a clear target for whoever the other teammate is, right? So
Yeah. I'm in. I just switched my, I switched the Grau over for the CCR. I just put an extended barrel on it.
oh, okay.
So I want to try and see if the CCR is as good in Warzone as in whatchamacallit.
The what? The 56? The CR56?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I still need to get that
Put the
gold.
Put the 45 round mags on it with the drum.
Nice.
Because as I've learned, you need extra ammo if you're going to kill somebody.
Yeah. You even need extra if you want to finish them off quick, too.
Yeah, that's true.
I have to finish them off, man. They're like a camera.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Holding for deployment. Take this time to warm up.
Like when there's an enemy crawling around, he's just like literally a camera, and I hate that. He's telling it where you are exactly.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Here I come. The green laser?
Oh yeah.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Practice is over. The real fight begins now.
Alright, let's do it.
The guy drove that blue truck right there. He drove it up, and he like so weird. He stopped it right in front of me, so I shot him through the windshield. All right. It's a bad circle, but
Battle Royale.
That's a shitty zone.
Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you get moving.
And it's gonna move to lumber, so it's gonna be in the trees. I guarantee it's gonna be over there somewhere.
yeah. We'll get what we need, and we'll fly over there.
Yeah, it's all good. It's gonna be a long trip.
Oh, it's you, okay.
Just keep it on your toes, man. People can come from anywhere. Alright, no contract?
You know, let's just go to this big, tall building here, man.
There's a helicopter chasing us. He's coming. Fuck.
Enemy dropping into the AO. Targets are up. Get to work.
Careful.
Oh, they're being bitches.
Watch out, there's a helicopter behind you.
What? What do you mean?
There's a guy in a helicopter, like literally flying.
No, I was shooting at him, but when I was shooting at him, he said there was a helicopter behind me as well.
Oh.
Oh, I unloaded on that guy.
Most wanted designation accepted. You're on target now.
I'm most wanted. What the hell? This guy want a piece of me? Like, why does he keep coming back?
Dude, I found a, what is that, an airstrike? It's an airstrike. There's an RPG right here, dude.
Okay, I'll take it.
There is a launcher here.
I just put a landmine on the stairs. I'm wanted, so people might be trying to chase me. Just FYI. It's easy money to get the wanted.
RPG ammo for you. There's a turret here if you want.
Found a shield turret.
Ooh, gas mask? Dude, I got an airstrike.
Here, just stand still for a sec. I want to see if this works. I saw it in a YouTube video, actually. How do you set these?
I think the guy coming in. He just landed on the bottom of the ground.
Behind!
Oh!
That was my fault. I should have told you. Watch out with this probably too.
Man, that fucking bison was like a limited
If
ammo.
you survive, you earn it.
Damn it, he got my airstrike and he got my gas mask. Fuck.
The fight is ready.
Well, goddamn.
You can taunt the enemy while you're waiting. Words are effective, but rocks work better. Time for a fight. You're up next. Get ready. You win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. Earn your way out.
I hit him with the throwing knife.
Nice.
He stunned me, so I threw a fucking throwing knife at him.
Safe zone. Not safe.
He's like,
Be
wow.
ready.
Alright, where are we going?
I don't know. Hold on.
Can I go back to the hospital?
Yeah.
Going back to the front line. You've earned it.
Here I go.
Yeah, go to that tall building.
We can walk to the side, we can run.
Yeah.
Here I go.
Because they're going to be down there looting, and then they're probably going to use the buy station that's right at the hospital there, so we can hopefully cut them off. Oh, wait, there's no buy. Oh, yeah, he's right down here.
Enemies here. Enemies
There's two
here.
of them.
Yeah, I don't have a gun. Oh, I got a bison. It worked for Buddy with his fucking unlimited ammo.
Where are they now?
Guard them at all costs.
You are still alive. Stand up.
That is just amazing. How he hit me with all those bullets so fast. Are they behind that air conditioner? Where the hell are they? Why can't I see where they're shooting from?
Let's just sit here and hopefully they come for us.
Like, where the I just want to see where they're shooting from at least. It's kind of bullshit that I can't see where they're shooting from every time. Where the yeah, see, now they're not even shooting at me. Yeah, they might be coming here, maybe. Of course, I didn't peek on this side, though. Oh, they're fighting with someone.
Can you hit him?
I think they're down there, but
Here I
further. Like behind the other building there.
Oh, they hopped off the roof.
Like, it's kind of bullshit.
Easy money.
Yeah, I don't think they're coming up. Oh, what?
Somebody's shooting at us.
Alright, we're gonna have to jump off here anyway.
The gas is coming. Ooh, let's look at that drop.
Oh, we got a big pile of cash right down there. We might get sniped at because I think they can see us now from...
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
Good, we can stay here and we'll just loot right inside here.
Goddamn gas.
I know,
Ooh,
right?
RPG. And a herpes sensor. Here.
There is a launcher here.
Yeah, we gotta start moving, I guess. We'll take the outskirts. It's our only choice. Yeah, I forgot they had this tunnel here. They opened this tunnel. It's cool.
Contract complete. Most wanted defended.
What? One of us was most wanted?
Yeah, I had the most wanted so we could get some extra money.
Oh damn, that means someone could be right behind us then. Hold on. Let's take this car.
I will drive.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I will come along.
Something's going on. Fighting on the bridge. They self-revive. What?
They hit us hard that time. We will settle the score.
Oh, boo. Good teammate over? He self-revives and you're like, dude. Oh, that was good. Alright, that was a little rough, but alright. We'll get it on the next one.
Sucks. I think we needed a trophy system for that. I didn't see any though, so.
Yeah. Well, that's why I did the most wanted when we were up on the roof, right? I was like, well, we'll get all this extra cash.
Alright, try again.
Doobie.
Yeah, they already had their fucking loadout drop. You can tell he had extra C4 after he threw that. So, fucking C4, man. You know what? When I throw my C4, I can't get it to explode that fast in the air, even if I double click square like it tells you to. So it's so weird, and I can't throw it that far either. So I don't know how other people can fucking bomb that shit.
Yeah.
Like I take a run when I do it too, and it still doesn't.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird how that works. Oh, that's strange. Dude, with their fucking team.
See, I saw 2 piles of loot, and then I saw him reviving, so I thought he was the only one. I should have just kept going after I crushed him. Fuck.
Well, I didn't know he was self-reviving. Right? I started shooting him, and then he Like,
I thought he was dead.
Self-revive?
When I was getting closer, I thought he was dead because he wasn't like really moving.
Yeah.
And then he revived. He was like, bing. That must be the fastest revive / death he's ever had. Ooh, I want to parachute to the top of this tower here.
I'm gonna get on this ATV and run people over. Oh, I'm not gonna have enough time.
Training is over. Time to see what you have learned.
Oh, man. I wanted to fucking run people over. Hopefully we get a timer. Oh, look. Dead
Nice.
smack in the middle of the zone.
And there's buy stations here this time too.
It's gonna be real sweaty. What is the
Yeah.
character wearing?
I don't know.
gonna be real sweaty.
Battle Royale. All right, soldier. Mark a drop point for your team. Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you get moving.
Alright, let's loot, get our shit, let's fucking get into it, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can get a weapon quickly where the chopper is. There's always a weapon lying around here. Yeah, right here.
I don't see
Targets
anybody
are
coming
up.
with us.
Get to work.
Fucking handgun. It gives me a fucking handgun. What's it called? The Severance? 9mm.
I'm going inside.
I'll take the MP7.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Somebody's dropping in.
Let them come.
It's funny how it says they were dropping in. They were like miles away. Oh, I just got a legendary.
Nice. Dude, I got so much dough. Fucking Fortnite. Ah, I'm getting shot at. Oh, that was you, you son of a bitch.
I waited till you went in the. As soon as you opened that door to shoot through the window.
Fucking scared the shit out of me. Alright, let's see, what do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? You've already got the haul down there, so that's done. Alright. Rooms, I guess. Ah! There's a sniper rifle here.
Sniper rifle here.
I got one.
Here's a knife if you want it. It
I
sucks,
found
man. The knife in Warzone has an aimer on it. It's so awesome.
Yeah, like I killed that guy in the fucking gulag with a knife by accident. Like, I didn't mean to. He blinded me, so I just threw it, and it fucking hit him and killed him.
Nice.
Go.
Ooh, a gas mask. At least the helicopter's still here. Oh, we have enough for our loadout. Let's go grab it.
Bro, I've got so much fucking money. Just give me a second. I'm just trying to get. Here I come. Here I come.
Oh, here, just, here, drop me your money and I'll go grab it quickly. That way we both don't have to.
Can you drop me your money?
After this.
Gas is inbound.
Trophy system set.
Oh, we might have needed that for our car. Hold on.
Fuck.
Friendly drop bag headed your way.
Yeah, just go buy a UAV after.
Oh, watch it.
Oh.
Brooke. Get inside.
Just strike, get inside.
I'm hiding right here. I'll put my shields on, covering me from the door.
Claymore set.
They think that we just ran in here, so they might just follow us. Actually, you know what? I broke that guy's shield. He must be pretty fucked up. Hold on.
They're not pushing us.
No, but they might be peeking.
$50 meters. They're sitting at the house. They're sitting at that green building.
They're
32
coming.
meters.
Hold on. I want to RPG him and then you unload. Down. One's down. I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
I got you. Just
I'm gonna listen if he revives him. What? Okay, cover me. They're going around.
Enemy UAV overhead.
31 meters. They're west.
Yeah. That's what the I didn't even hear the revive sound.
Oh, he fucking came from behind. Near the left side of the doorway.
Okay, I down one. I got no bullet on it. I didn't know he was right at our door. Fuck. I thought he was still down there trying to help his friend.
You're in the gulag now. Fight to earn redeployment.
Fuck, we should have just rushed him after the first guy went
Touch
down.
the enemy while you're waiting.
No, you're right. Well,
Words
that
are
was one of those
effective,
scenarios, like you
but
said, right?
rocks
Just rough.
work better.
We gave him too much time. It was 2-on-1, right? Shouldn't have been hanging back.
Time for a fight. You're up next. Get ready.
Alright. Should I go back to the hospital?
Yeah.
I'll just wait for you. I'll just wait for you.
Win this fight and you return to the front line. But if you lose, you're done. It's time. Break some. Rosen, well done. Stand by for redeployment.
Where do you want to go? You want to go big roof?
Yeah.
Friendly drop bag headed your way.
Oh, this is drop.
Let's go to the drop. 'Cause that's what we... Oh, no, 2 cars there. Avoid it. Back up, back up, back up. Go back to the hospital.
You've got gas
Fuck.
inbound. Safe zone relocated.
Oh, we should be able to go back and get our guns. Unless those guys are still at the hospital.
Shit, I'm dead.
Helicopter coming for me.
They already
Enemy
shot me. I'm
UAV
dead.
overhead.
Like, I'm... Yeah, pussies. I only have a handgun.
Oh, so are those the guys that killed us?
I have no... I wouldn't know that.
Yeah. I bet you it was. Maybe die. Guy took my fucking gun. Oh, no, he didn't. fucking lag. Jesus.
Pick up the claymore and just reset it.
Oh, hey, look, the helicopter. You mark a contract somewhere?
They're right around you. There's the bounty and a recon.
Oh, I can fly.
Right there. He's in that building right below you. He's in one of those stairwells. He's... Yeah, this entrance right here. There you go.
And bruh, I did all of that while landing my ass. Kaboom! I come get you, duty. I come get you. You guys got... Whoa.
Yeah, you're gonna have to...
Sniper fag.
Yeah.
Sniper fag. Sniper fag. Duty.
Okay, I'm going back to the... Oh, shit, never mind. You have my gun, don't you?
Your MP5?
No, I'm going back to the hospital then. I need my, my RPG and my Grau.
Oh, it's not that far away.
Seeing if there's anyone around here, though. Because every time I land, there's always people in the area that's supposed to be clear. And I hate that.
Why don't you just grab one of those guys' guns? They had some nice shit.
No, I want the ones that I use.
Be that way then.
Let's see, where is it? Oh, of course, it all disappeared. Of course it did.
Are you coming over here to go to the house? In that building?
Hold on, someone's here with me, man. Yeah, all my guns are gone.
Allied UAV
He's right here.
overhead.
I knew it. I knew there was gonna be guys here. I knew it. Every time.
Throwing grenade!
You want combat there. Return to
Yeah,
base
this
for
gun
debrief.
is absolutely not as good as the fuck. Not as good. Now let me swap this shit out quick, because this gun is the Grau is definitely better.
Yeah.
Alright, so Archangel, Commando foregrip, no stock, monolithic suppressor, and then what do we put on the rear grip? Oh no, sorry, not there is no rear grip. 60 round mags. Okay. Good to go.
Alright.
Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment. Training is over. Time to see what you have learned.
Dude, look at me.
Oh,
never
okay.
mind. I was like starfished out, but I wasn't dead.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, hospital.
Yeah.
Battle Royale. Set a drop point for your team. Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you get moving.
Yeah, the few of the times last night I let East die before I killed the guys.
Really? You're just like, yeah.
I may have been getting a little frustrated with the, you know, like I'm clearly saying, yo, I'm in this room, and I give him like 5 minutes to get there, and he's still wandering around, and then I get murdered by 2 people, and I'm telling him where they are, and he's like, where? And so after like a bunch of games of that, I'm like, you know what, I'll be a jokester about it instead of actually letting it get on my nerves. So when I clearly see that he's in a gunfight and I could save him, I don't. I wait a couple more extra seconds, and then I kill him, and then I do a team wipe. Gives him the feeling of, oh, you were right there, why couldn't you kill him in time, right?
Hostile dropping into the area.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hunt the enemy down.
I feel you, bruh.
How is there already another helicopter here?
Well, I don't know, maybe that's one of the changes they made. Get off the roof.
Let's just say his life is over.
There's another guy up there with you, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Somebody's in here with me. Was that you smashing through the door?
No, but I'm coming. I'm right here.
I think there's a guy.
I don't know, the
around.
helicopter blew up on the roof. He was trying to cut me up, and he ran
Yeah.
into the wall.
I think he's below us.
Okay, I'm gonna go down one more floor then. Shit,
Oh,
where is he?
Come on! Outside of that window. I jumped out to fucking shoot him.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I fucking died. Oh, that's bullshit. That whatchamacallit is fucking way overpowered, man.
I can't.
Whatchamacallit? Fuck.
I can't find him.
Bison?
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Your teammate
Okay,
sent
so
to
was he in the
gulag.
window on the
They'll
second
fight
floor,
for
or was he on the
Champion
ground
deployed.
shooting up?
So you know that hospital room where you can burst through the door, and then there's that ledge, that big ledge for the other part of the roof.
Yep.
And there's always a box and shit there, and there's like that little ladder that you can climb up.
Okay.
He was on that roof.
Okay, I know where he is now then. I just heard him breaking glass too. He's going for the helicopter.
Your teammate has failed. They're returning to base. It's
I'm
all
dead.
up to you
I'm
now.
chasing him. On foot.
Oh, that was a different team.
Yep. I didn't know that. It's alright, took the one guy to hell with me. I knew his friend was shooting at me from behind, so I gunbarred him to death quickly, and I jumped off the roof.
I saw that.
Damn it.
Ah.
So close. See, I don't mind that one. That one was alright. There was nothing for me to complain about there. I did all the things that I wanted to do. I
Win
jumped
here and
off.
you
I
return
just
to the
didn't have
front
enough
line.
armor.
You lose, your fight is over.
Alright.
Beat them down or capture the objective.
Where are you, little fucker? Sure, he sees me.
Stand by for redeployment.
I used that to my advantage. When he saw me, I knew he was gonna run right to that area. Little bastard. Bastard guy.
You a bastard. The bastard guy. Yeah, the chopper's gone then.
Yeah. Looks like it. Unless since I'm on the PS4, it hasn't refreshed yet. I don't know. Oh, I see a couple guns up here, man. Bastard guy. Oh, I hate this gun. They should take this fucking thing out.
I'm going for the Bison from now on, man.
The Bison
It's got the
is one of the best.
Yeah, it's got the largest ammo capacity in it. It's got 60 round mags. By default. Fuck. Must be
I'm going for the kill. Dun, 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 dun.
Come back stronger next time.
What? Where's my parachute?
It's not just fucking me. Not just me.
I had that whole team lined up, ready to kill.
Yeah. You're like, what? Wham!
Jeez.
This game is so fucked. Oh god.
That was my moment too. Fuck. Had the right guns and everything, and I was gonna throw my smoke. It was gonna be a big thing.
Where's Blaze? He's not playing anymore?
No.
Must have came on, got into a few bullshit games, freaked out, and then left.
Yeah.
Fuck this! And then like then like an hour later, he's back on and playing again.
Oh yeah.
I love it though. Like he's a hothead, right? Which
Yeah.
is fucking, which is right up my alley. Okay. Yeah, I played a few games with East when you went offline that one time, when you disappeared till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's why I made that
You're like,
joke
yeah,
when
yeah.
Blaze was talking. He's like, because Blaze said he had a really good game. I'm like, yeah, I have all my high kill games with these two. Because that's how it works, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Because you get all the fucking kills, right?
Well, that's why he was like, because he was kept bringing up that 72 damage I got in that one game. I'm like, yeah, that's the only thing you have in any game. he's like, play me in NHL. I'm like, give me 2 days to get used to it first before I beat you in a game you've been playing for like years.
Oh, he's one of those guys? What happened to you in Madden, man? You used to be a Madden fanatic.
No, that's because I like football, though. I didn't like playing it competitively because it was fucking irritating. Because the game is glitchy.
Use this time to practice. We'll be deploying soon.
Oh, I just went to gun butt that fucking guy.
Hostile dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
No one even sees me on the roof just like gunning people down. Like, oh, it's just a
Training is
bird.
over. Time to see what you have learned.
Where's the zone? Yeah, it's gonna be right
Dead center, I think.
No,
Or it's gonna give us
close.
that. Oh wow, that's a weird one. All right. Should go a little
Man, the
smoother
game's
this
gonna
time.
End up in the trees. It's gonna end up in the fucking trees. Everybody's gonna be camping their asses off.
Yeah.
Whatever. I always have like my first couple of games in Warzone. are
Battle
always
Royale.
shit. Always
All right,
shit.
soldier.
Like I don't
Mark
get
a
any
drop
fucking
point for your
kills.
team.
I get nothing.
Gas is closing on your position. Suggest you get moving.
Okay. Just gotta get knocked in. It's gonna be a few teams with us, bro.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I go for that box. I go for this box. Oh, it's an RPG.
Primary objective is to eliminate all targets.
Only me. Ooh, I got I didn't even notice I got an airstrike too.
Oh, nice. Did you get a gold box?
No, normal.
Huh. Lucky. Ooh.
MP7.
Yeah, like fucking regular boxes are giving out like fucking
SMG.
MP5s and shit. Oh, that's cool.
I want to find C4 or something to put on that hel. Actually, no, you might need a helicopter. Actually, we will need it.
I'll find a bison. That gun clearly fucking owns.
I'm actually going to use this smoke grenade. Actually, ooh, heartbeat sensor.
Ooh. Seek and you shall receive.
Where's that bounty?
Oh, dude, I got a Fennec.
What's that?
Got a fucking Vector.
Oh, nice.
Dude, there's a guy downstairs. There's a guy downstairs.
Camp coming.
Heard him smashing.
Oh,
I just.
okay. So
Located the supply cache.
let's do a
Use that
little.
position.
Oh, I'll take the. No, I'll leave that. Okay, so let's take a little peek. I have an RPG, so I can at least down one of them.
I can't see him on the heartbeat though.
Oh yeah, I forgot I got one of those too. If you can't see him on the heartbeat, he's probably not here right now, like in this area, because there's no way he's got ghosts. Yeah, I say we go down there. Yeah. What doors does it
maybe
look
that was
like he's
just you.
opened?
Maybe that was just you.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
I thought, what I thought I heard was actually just you. This game's audio is fucked. I can never tell. You could smash through a door right beside me, and I could be like, "Oh, that sounds like it's on the 3rd floor."
Yeah.
And it's like you're literally right beside me.
Sniper rifle here.
It's a fucking crossbow. What do you mean sniper rifle?
How did I get the fucking? That's cool.
Alright, I think it's time to go to the big building. There's someone on the roof. Get back in.
Oh. I knew I fucking heard somebody. I knew it.
Okay, let's take this elevator over here. We should go up to right where he is. Like the level that he's on.
Is he at the very top floor?
Is this a bounty? Shit, we can't get it. Yeah, he's like above us, maybe.
Got gas moving in.
Wait, where's the heartbeat say? Nothing. What the fuck? This guy was clearly shooting from the roof up here somewhere.
Yeah, maybe he has his loadout already?
No way. Not a chance, because we're near the buy stations. We would have heard a care package.
Gotta be above us.
Fuck it, I'm just gonna go up. I don't really care.
Is there another way up there?
No. So if I get shot, I'll let you know.
Where is this fucking guy?
I don't know, but there's tons of loot.
Did you open these boxes?
Yeah, these two, yeah. Still don't see anyone.
Trophy system. Trophy system.
Okay, let's go take that helicopter and land it on the big building. That way no one can steal it from us.
Cool. I can fly.
I will come along.
See if we can see this motherfucker too.
Where is he?
No, that's a bird.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's a bird. It's a plane.
I get something.
That's nice.
We just need a little bit more cash. We can get our load out.
There is a launcher here.
Okay, we got enough. What's in here though?
I got some launcher ammo.
You know what sucks? You can't... Oh, nice. You can't use Dead Silence to go get a buy station item. You have to wait till Dead Silence runs out.
What is this that I have? Oh, it's a shield box.
Here, yo, drop me the money. I'm gonna go grab it, and then we can get our care package up here.
Alright.
Okay, I'm going for it. Just cover me from up here. Oh, I almost landed on that fucking light post. Cover me! Zigzag, zigzag, zig. Alright, let's go to the very top of the top, where no one can steal this. Watch it land on the helicopter, blows us up.
Guns away.
That would fucking suck. But I would expect nothing less, to be honest with
I have an airstrike too, so if we can see someone from a distance here. I like how it says we're still in a helicopter too.
It's so glitch. Such a glitchy mess. Is there any contracts or anything we can do?
Failed. Stand down.
Yeah, there's a bounty. On the hospital
Enemy
roof.
dropping into the AO.
Guys
I'll go
coming.
this way.
Okay, got him.
He's dead. Oh.
Going there. I was mistaken.
That's his body right there, by the way. Alright. See how he was just casually floating, just looking at the scenery? Oh, wow, that's a beautiful mountain over there. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Yeah, he didn't even try. He was just like, yeah, I'm dead.
He's so depressed. He was the only one coming back from the gulag, that's why. What do we need? Do you have any RPG ammo?
Yeah, I
You
do.
want? Oh, you want to? Okay, where are they shooting from?
Close.
Friendly drop bag headed your way.
Oh, I like
Here.
how it. Oh, I see where they are. They're in that yellow building.
It's right behind you. Yellow
Right
building,
there.
you say?
I have a strike.
Gas is
I'm gonna
closing
wait
in.
until they hit a
Relocating
roof,
the safe zone.
and then I'm gonna strike them. Safe, not safe. Yeah, there's definitely that team in that yellow building down there. And then they're probably going to use the buy machine that's right out front there, and that's probably where I'll strike them. Oh, team right here.
Enemies here. Get away!
I hit one. There's one in that tent, I think, right there.
I'm going.
Yeah, I can.
Fuck it, let's go for it.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Rounds incoming!
Right there.
Fuck right off.
I'm shot!
Sick and tired of throwing RPGs
Fight to
at
burn
people
with
and their armor not being broken. That one guy should have been dead a while ago. Well, hopefully we can land at the
Win
top of
here
that
and you
helicopter
return to the
area.
front line. You lose, your fight is over.
Because that's probably where they're going to show up. That's if we...
It's time. Break them.
Planting charge.
He's going to your right, dude.
Rogues
Hey,
stand by for
Be ready to
deployment.
fight.
Going right for that helicopter. Oh, the loadout drops right at that. I'm going for the loadout drop. Oh, no, they might be. Yeah, I'm going for the loadout drop.
Your teammate lost the fight. Now they return
I'll
to
probably die
base.
soon anyway.
Your team is KIA.
That was
It's up
bullshit.
to you
That
now.
guy was literally a foot in front of my face, and I just unloaded on him, and he fucking killed me.
Really?
Enemy UAV overhead.
Should have saved my throwing knife. Whatever. Did you get your stuff back?
Yeah. No, I got... There's a loadout drop. They see me.
Ghost, though, right?
They have UAV. Oh, yeah? Okay, yeah. I gotta get to that helicopter.
They can hear you, they just can't see.
Shit, did they parachute down? Did they... Because
It
if they
sounded like
parachuted, they
were
could be on the roof.
Yeah, I think they're on the roof.
I need that helicopter. Wait, where's my... Where the fuck's my heartbeat?
Dropped it over there.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Yeah, they have Ghost, I know it. I need that
They're on the
helicopter.
roof. I guarantee you they're waiting for you to come up for that helicopter.
Yeah, you know what? They probably are. But it's my only move.
Are they dropping that on the roof?
No, but I
think they
should have
got
used
that
that sound though to make my move. Alright. If they haven't taken it, I'm guessing they're not up there. But I could be wrong. They seem like a bunch of camping
it's not-
bitches.
It sounds like that team ran through the building that you were in.
I thought they were outside, it sounded like, to be honest.
Yeah. But I think they ran right past you. Wrong.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located. Enemy UAV overhead.
Okay, someone's gonna be coming for this helicopter and I know it. So I'm gonna use it to get out of here. First guy gets up is gonna get it right through the skull. And see, I don't know if I can trust this. Like, see, what I don't understand is that if he has EOD and I hit him, so does that take his EOD off for the rest of Warzone? Because I already hit him with one? Or does he get it every time he puts shields on? Because that's fucking cheap.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I used EOD once, and I thought it was going to protect me from thermite and shit like that, but I still got killed.
No, it
all the
does.
time.
It's just you can't get injured. EOD is like if someone shoots a fresh, like an RPG at you where you haven't been injured yet, you haven't been grazed by a bullet or, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the problem is that they nerfed the RPG. They nerfed it because people kept complaining about it.
You're losing ground.
Can't believe nobody wants to take this chopper. It says that we're still in it too.
That's so fucked up.
No one's gonna come for it. Yeah, no one's coming for it. As I get shot in the back. Alright. Is there C4 on this?
How does one smuggle internet?
I will.
Enemy UAV overhead.
I'll go this way.
So somewhere around.
I'd go to the dome. Oh yeah, you don't have a sniper anyway.
You know what? I may as well. Like, what's the harm? Like, who can shoot me from here?
That's
Oh,
true.
everybody up there? Okay.
Yeah, fair enough. No, but you got protection though. The wall. People can't see you from here.
Oh, jeez, I thought I ran into that thing.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Well, that would fucking suck. You'd like run into helicopter blades and you die.
Yeah. See that red roof, the
people-
blue roof, that thing, but
Yeah.
like everybody in the game right now knows that someone landed here. In case someone tries to blow it up. Alright, this is my last one anyway. I gotta eat soon. Let's see how it goes.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Gas is inbound. Marking new safe zone.
NFL will allow teams to set their own stadium capacity number.
Well, yeah. Looks like the storm is covering most of that red building, so that's good. I'll just sit on the edge like that one team did, that game that we almost won. Just fucking RPG him from the roof.
Nice. New petition wants U.S. city to be renamed Flavortown after Guy Fieri.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. On a trip to Flavortown.
Gas is moving.
Ugh. There's all new purple suede Jordan 5s coming out. And I don't know how I feel about it.
Oh yeah?
Well, Jordan 5s are my shit, man. Those are my shit. But it's just like, can I pull off all purple fucking suede shoes? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's a possibility. So I think I'm going to take a heavy pass on those, I think.
Enemy UAV overhead.
No contracts. I was gonna go fly and like pick up a wanted, but there's none. Yeah, don't trust that blue roof. See this guy on it? You see it?
Yeah. Can you?
Oh, I hit him.
Whoa. Fly over there and fucking chop him up with the blades, man. It's your last game. Just go for broke, bro.
I thought that was a guy for a sec. I was like, what the fuck? How did he get on here? I wonder how much damage that actually did to him. That one
Oh,
shot.
you broke one of it. You broke one of his shields. Oh, you could have hit him in the fucking head for all you know.
Gas is closing in. Relocating the safe zone.
Why is he driving out of the circle? Fucking prick. He's like driving into the storm.
Maybe he's going to get his teammate. Oh, there he is.
Friendly drop back.
What?
Did you? Dude, that was right on top of him. Fucking the audio in this game is good. When the bullets and everything whiz past you.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
Like,
I just heard like 7 of them.
yeah.
Okay, so I just gotta see where I'm going next quickly. That shitty area right here?
Moving.
Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna end up in a house that someone's already in.
Oh, I can fly.
Oh, and he got back on it. Oh, she tried to run him over. Oh, he's looking at Oh, it's a war down there.
Gas is moving.
Look at these
See
two
the guys
parachuters. It's funny how they took every bit of my health.
All right.
Under 25 targets to go. Kills them all.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start off with an RPG because I can't have a natural gunfight with no armor. I gotta hope I take him down with this. I gotta hope no one's just actually camping in here like little biatches. Yeah, he's up here. I know it. I know it. I know it.
Ah, this is the building that we were in, where we fucking destroyed those guys on the stairs. Oh. Oh, it's the guys in the building across from you. They're in that building. I saw them parachute off the blue roof and go over there.
Like this should be almost a kill shot. When they run up the stairs and I hit them right through here like I usually do.
Yeah, in the face.
Yeah.
Like, what are you, a super soldier? You can take a fucking
Gas is closing.
rocket right to the
Get to the new
face?
safe zone.
Oh no. Alright, good.
No. In Call of Duty fashion, I can down somebody with a pistol in fucking 6 shots. But you take an RPG to the chest, nah, breaks the shield.
Yeah. Alright, there's like alright. Alright, Roscoe, give me another minute, buddy. I gotta take the dog out.
That's all good.
I know, I'm gonna die soon anyway, probably.
Oh man, you never know.
I need shields. I need to be able to kill someone to get shields quick.
If you do, man, just make sure you take somebody with you.
Yeah. Someone's coming.
Gas is inbound. Enemy UAV overhead.
I will.
Chasing you.
You were one
I'd
of
rather get killed by
25
that guy in
remaining.
the roof than that motherfucker chasing me.
Out there. Return to base.
That was good. That was good.
Yeah, I know the shield better than anyone now, and I want to kill his friend. I knew that if I fought that guy, I was probably going to lose. So I had to do the old jump out the window, go down, and I almost had him. His back was turned for a sec, too, when I went downstairs. He was trying to get his buddy, and I just like, you know what? I'll go for his buddy instead. Because now he's by himself.
Yeah.
So, all right, man, I got to take the dog out, though.
Yeah, let me know when you're back.
All right, man, take it easy.